Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GameBrew podcast. We are episode 6, I think, now, so
Ooh.
getting close to double digits. I'm Dan, aka Isendale, and I have Steven, aka Ireland, and Dan, aka The Big Show. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, chilling, brother. Ready to spit some hot flames on. I feel like we're always just spitting hot flames. When can we just relax and enjoy video
No,
games?
we're always
Never.
heated. We've already been like trashing this thing that we're ready to talk about later. But before we get into it, Baldwin, what are some of the media that you've been consuming this week?
I've been watching Vikings. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show.
Vikings, that
In the
ancient.
commercial.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You mean your
Pretty
wife
crazy,
is
actually.
watching Vikings and you're being
No,
subjected
no.
to it? Oh, isn't it just
No,
murder
I-
porn?
No,
It's
I
not murder
mean,
porn.
I'm a
99%
history-
of the like high peak material, like the climax of any like arc, is like
Is murder.
someone gets murdered or someone gets
Yes.
fucked. I'm pretty sure that's how
Yes.
that works. Okay, so it's murder porn.
Absolutely. But that's fine. But but again, I mean, and I won't make it a tangent. But that's always been my Stephen dies. That's always
Yeah.
been my wish for any type of like nerdy media, whether it be Star Wars or Marvel or whatever. I just need a little more cursing and need a lot more like violence and gore. But in either case, watching Vikings. I'm in season 4 and I'm just ready for it to end. We're actually committed to not finishing this show, but in either case, playing a lot of Left 4 Dead actually. Busted out my 360.
I love that game.
Yes, I have Left 4 Dead 2, and we're playing that, and I have the downloadable content for the first one as well. So that's what I'm playing.
Is that
Enjoy it.
is that only on Xbox or is it on PlayStation?
It's on multiple consoles. Xbox and PC for sure. I want to say they did something on PlayStation, but I
I
may
don't
be
think so. I
wrong.
think that was an Xbox
Google.
exclusive.
It could have been. It could have been. Yeah. Tight though. Enjoy it. Hopefully
Googling.
hopefully I can talk Steven into working it into the Poser series.
Yeah.
Actually, what I've been watching a lot of the Poser series. So you're welcome.
Getting full caught up. Yeah, I saw you commenting on the Sonic the Hedgehog series and that playthrough. Watching
brutal content actually.
watching Taylor suffer is such a treat.
Yes, it actually was fun because he's probably the only person I know who rages harder than me. So
that game is a lot more like punishing than I ever could have imagined. Like again, why we're doing the Poser series on this channel is because of things like Sonic and the original Mario and stuff. Like they're actually kind of difficult.
yeah, but actually to your point that you guys bring up in the show, like I have also not been past probably Act 3. So like a lot of those levels, I had never seen those levels. I absolutely never beat that game, but yeah, in either case.
Okay, Steven, what have you been playing, watching?
Me and my son actually beat Rayman 2 completely, so I'm very excited about that. He played through 90% of the game. I think I did a couple of the boss battles because the boss battles are bullshit, with a capital bull, and I've been stuck on the last boss battle, which is some flight battle for some reason in a 3D platformer. It's really awful, but great game. It was really fun nostalgia trip for me, and the fact that me and my son have defeated our first video game together when he's 4, I'm pretty excited about.
Actually,
That's
pretty
awesome.
tight.
Yeah. he knows how
That's
to, because I have a first gen like LED TV, so it still has like component and coaxial. So I have a VCR hooked up with the N64 to this like 16:9 like 720p like older LED, and he can like get it on the Nintendo and do all that stuff and get that all set up. It's really quite disturbing because I'll just walk into the room and he's playing it. I'm like, hold on. Why do you know how to do that? Because you have to like switch the like input on the side and stuff. I'm like, well, okay, whatever.
How old is he now?
4.
4? Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I know.
That's when they start to get dangerous.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
when we got the Nintendo 64, Daniel, you would have been about 4. So
Yeah, I didn't know how to do anything.
you still don't.
I think
so,
we've
you know, nothing's
established in
changed.
previous episodes that my brain hasn't fully developed yet. So,
What have you been up to?
but we finished
Apparently
Pokemon.
playing Pokemon Snap too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently.
so first we finished Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, so we can have that out of the way before Legends of Arceus comes out, and then we've been playing the new Pokemon Snap for the Switch, and it is just awesome. They did it perfectly nostalgic. They didn't change it too much, like they just changed it in the right ways. So that's been it. And you would be proud, we started watching Arcane last night, so we're 3 episodes in.
Yes.
It's good.
The first set of episodes is an absolute banger. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it actually
so-
carries through the whole series, so I
Right.
was pretty pleased. Shout out to Pokemon Snap, by the way. So that was news to me. I did not know there was a Pokemon Snap 2, but I will be probably hitting that up at least
Yes.
for sure when my wife finds out about it. She will
Yes.
definitely
Yeah,
buy that.
dude, we've just been playing it. It's just so fun. Oh my gosh.
it's so good. And they did at least
Okay.
one DLC, so to me that means there's more DLC coming. So
How do you do DLC for Pokemon Snap but not Mario Kart or Mario Party? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, but okay, well, Mario
What the
Kart.
fuck?
Mario Kart came out for the Wii U, so actually,
technically that
The
is DLC.
yeah. So the Switch has more stuff in it. That was the DLC for the Wii U, like the 4 maps and playing as Link. That wasn't in the Wii U version, and the DLC for Pokemon Snap, they shrink you down so you're like an ant. So all the bug Pokemon are just monstrous. It's really cool.
Yeah, Pokemon Snap.
Okay, guys.
It's called New Pokemon Snap for when you work on it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I have it up on the shelf, and I always look for Pokemon Snap 2, but it's New Pokemon Snap, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's under N.
What's the
So-
price point?
I think it's $60 still. I mean, it's a Nintendo first party game. Like, get it used.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just go
guess
get it
so.
used, or like maybe you
Okay.
could borrow it. We'll see if I can pry it from Sydney's clutches.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, check out my man's chain right now.
Look
He's
at this
distracted.
chain.
Check out my man's
Oh, yeah.
chain.
Oh,
He's blinging,
yeah.
bro.
Oh, man. You can get TikTok famous. Let's go.
TikTok payment. I'm just trying to boost our algorithm just by wearing a chain.
Exactly.
Yeah, dog. Steven's wearing Norma Jean sweatpants, and I'm wearing my literal senior year hoodie. So
You on my sweat? You dogging on my goofy pants?
yeah, bro. We need the chain for the clout. But, you know,
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's crack them
Oh yeah.
and get into this.
yeah, son. We already
Okay.
been drinking. I'm not gonna pretend. So,
Okay.
well, me and Noel Eisendale.
Oh,
Sorry, I
gosh.
don't have a beer today.
Cheers, my
Okay,
guys.
I'm super original. You've probably not heard of this before, but it's a Truly. So that's what I'm drinking.
Nice. Berg Brew Hefts, let's go. As it's completely blown
Hey.
out, but you know it shows up. There we go.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. I'm drinking a Tito's vodka and tonic. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
I came home today. I was like, man, I'm just gonna start drinking. I can't do this.
It do be like that
I
sometimes.
feel that.
It do
It's
be,
like-
son.
It's like 8 degrees out with like a negative 14 wind
Bro.
chill right now. So,
It's not the
Actually,
time.
bruh.
Bruh.
and the people that are watching the video, I have changed locations again. So now I'm in front of my
Oh, they can't see
liquor
it.
cabinet.
It's cropped out.
Oh
Good job,
no,
Noah.
never mind.
It's
Okay. I'm
We'll give 'em
just
a shot at the
changing
end.
spots every week. I'm trying to find where our Wi-Fi is actually good to do this. So
Yeah, you can just edit in a photo if it has that sound. Look, it
yeah,
appears right
no,
here.
I'm not. No, I'm not signing myself up to do that.
We'll just give him a camera turn at the end of the episode. Don't worry.
There we go. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess it up. Okay, so we were heated
my head
in
already.
this discussion. So Nintendo is coming out with Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 for the Nintendo Switch next month. And and the thing with this one is you have to stream the game.
Cloud
You
play.
cannot. Yeah, it's cloud play, so you can't really download the copy. You have to have Wi-Fi every time you want to play it. And Baldwin, how was your experience playing the demo?
First of all, I never heard of that, bro. Like streaming games. Until Steven told me that probably like I don't know whenever they announced it, probably like 2-3 months ago or something like that.
Whenever Sora was released in Smash, this is
Yeah,
this is
Mhm.
the whole marketing campaign. Like add Sora to
Correct.
Smash, release
Yeah.
this product. One of the first like mainstream cloud games for the Switch, I believe. I think there's a couple others, but no one cared about them.
Yeah, but whenever it was announced, you were like, because it was like, oh, it's gonna be cloud streaming. I was like, okay, whatever. And he was like, no, bro, cloud, this is gonna be shit. And I was like, okay, bro, whatever. And I'm pretty sure we even talked about this on the first episode of the GameBrew podcast. I was like, listen, I have no problem paying money for games if it's something I want to play, like high dollar. And so it got announced a couple days ago. It's coming February 10th, I believe, and the bundle is or first there's a lot of shit going on here, and I don't even know if I can capture it all. Well, I'll just get to my experience playing it. So I downloaded the demos yesterday. So first of all, it's Kingdom Hearts. Let me say, I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts. I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Huge.
I actually own these. Yeah, huge. The biggest fan of Kingdom Hearts. I have the biggest Keyblade. It's fantastic. I have these games on PlayStation 3, obviously not 3. So I've never played 3. I've never been able to complete this story. I'm probably one of 10 people in the country who are invested in this story still, because it's what's the word? Infamously a clusterfuck. So I've been dying to play this game. So I download the demos. The demos are 1.5 and 2.5 together, and there's like 6 games in that package. Then there's 2.8, a prologue, memory, whatever, which has like 3 games in it, and then there's 3. I held up 4 fingers. So then there's 3. So I download these games. I play 1. I go in order. So I play 1, and okay, I'm playing. It looks fine. It looks like it looked on my PS2, which is kind of what I expected it to look like. Whatever, I start going through some like cutscenes and blah blah blah, and the fighting is okay. Like you go through the typical tutorial where like a couple enemies, no big deal. A little hiccups here and there. I boot up another game. I think it's the 2.8 version. And so as the graphics improve, I start to get a little more like hiccups every now and then. And I just start like running in a circle, and it's like It's hicking up. There's no enemies. This is just like a very base level. No enemies. I'm just running in a circle, and it's hiccuping a little bit. I'm like, okay. Let me open up 3. Let me see what happens. I open up 3. And this is like the most dog shit ass graphics. Like, and you know me, bro. I'm not a graphics dude. Like, I have been fading the graphics take since GameCube, PS2, Xbox One. Like, I've been fading that conversation. If the game is fun, I'll play it. Because we grew up on 2D games in 64.
Yeah.
I don't give a if it's fun, it's fun. I open it up, and it's like, if you know anything about Kingdom Hearts, it's like the tutorial level. It's like you're in like a void. It's black, and there's like the stained glass floor. And it's black, but there are these like blue blurs like in the background, and I'm like, what is going on here? What is this? And then the enemies start spawning, and I start hitting, and it's like it's hiccuping pretty frequently, and it's like, okay, these are like 4 heartless, maybe like 4 enemies, and it's like, I don't know, bro. This is not sounding like it's something that's gonna work for me. Because Kingdom Hearts 2 infamously has a 1,000 Heartless battle where you fight like 1,000 Heartless. I'm like, okay, how is this gonna work?
There's tons of wave battles in like Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
That's where I was just like, what
bro.
the hell?
Not to mention like big bosses, like lots of lasers and shit like that. So I'm actually devastated. Like I had no problem laying down like $100 for
$90.
Yeah.
$90.
Yeah, I honestly had no problem laying down that money for this game, but I played the demos and I'm like, wow, this is actually, I don't even think I can purchase these games, bro. It's just so bad.
And my thing is, will the amount of players playing it affect
That's
how that is?
Possibly, I don't know, because so at the end of the day, that this is a Square Enix product. It's not a Nintendo product per se. So wherever they're hosting the cloud server, I don't see, and this is where I get like hung up on at least Nintendo doing cloud service is like who's hosting the servers. What's that consistency look like? How are Nintendo servers communicating with those servers? Like, It doesn't make sense to me. And
Yeah, like
especially when you're
Nintendo is
putting this price tag on it. Because I've seen
right
like
for
$90, which is a discounted price. You can buy all of them individually, but they're $50 each.
Bro, how did we start this podcast? Not like this episode. I mean like GameBrew. We started by talking about how Nintendo just shits all over these fans who buy so much product. It's mind-boggling. I can't believe it.
Oh,
Can't believe it.
I place the blame squarely with Square Enix, because like this has to be their play. Like Nintendo has not pushed any cloud. Like this isn't like Mario 3D All Stars was going to be cloud play for a limited time or something like that. That I would get on their case about. But this is like clearly something that Square Enix is pushing. I guess because they want to set up so that they can easily
The
just
cloud
have. The cloud gaming aspect, because like hypothetically, let's say this works. I don't think it will. You would never have to attempt to like port over or do a thing. So I think this is like a handshake agreement. Is like, hey, we'll give you access to our future games going forward. Like, because technically, if this worked, you could play Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy Remake 2 when that comes out, and those kind of things. So it would behoove Square Enix to be like, hey, you have one of the higher install based systems right now. We're gonna make this work, and you're gonna make it work with us, so we can release our games on your system. And Nintendo's like, it ain't gonna work, but we really want Sword and Smash. So if we can put Sword and Smash, like we'll put your game on there, but it ain't gonna work. That's what my kind of hypothetical situation is, from just like some kind of like business mindset of what Square Enix is trying to do. But they're just making bad decisions.
and my
So-
thing with the $90 price tag is what's stopping them in 5 years from shutting down the server, and then you don't have the game anymore.
Oh, that's exactly what they'll do. Like the second the Switch is gone, they won't keep these servers up.
First
Yeah,
of
so
all,
why?
5 years. Like, what makes you think it'll take 5 years for them to stop supporting
You know,
this?
exactly. And that's why it's like I don't like this concept of us spending like if it's not a game that I will have forever, it should be half price no matter what.
Welcome to Forever Physical, my guy. Like,
I know.
Oh, you're
Like,
totally right.
You should not be paying $90 and well, as we said, it'll probably last 3 years and then that's it.
now, if they were smart, if Nintendo was smarter and where they could work the deal, this should have been included with the expansion pass. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
You would have had a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people, like no one would have cared about the price. If you're like, hey, with the expansion pass, you're gonna get Animal Crossing DLC, you're gonna get the N64 online, and you're gonna get all 3 Kingdom Hearts games with their DLC out the gates, online cloud play, but you would have it. No one would complain, and you would get so many
Yeah.
people subscribing to that product. That'd be the right
I-
way to do it.
I have to jump in. It's like 9 games, bro. It's not even 3 games. It's like,
But
it's
is it?
so many games.
It's a
And
ton
yeah,
of games.
they're-
Fine, okay, but
Yeah,
But
still,
they're
but they don't
older
work.
games.
But they don't
games-
work.
I agree. The games on the DS, because I've never played them. I've wanted to play those. That's why, like the price point. I don't care about the price point. I like yes, you can buy the entire collection on PS4 for $25. I'm sure you can do the same thing on PC. But like it's like legitimately like 8 games. It's a lot of games, bro. Like the games on the DS, the games on the Game Boy Advance. I never played those games. Those are full games.
How did the DS game work?
I don't know, bro.
Oh,
I never
wait.
played it.
I remember it came out.
No, I mean
I
on the
remember it came
Switch,
out
like
for
it
the
has
DS.
2 screens. That doesn't.
Oh well,
check.
I mean they just
Maybe it's like a
It was
PSP
probably,
port
like-
or something.
It was probably like the health bar and stuff was on the bottom screen.
yeah.
Probably.
There probably wasn't anything. It was probably just
They
like,
really
your magic
stopped
gun.
utilizing that bottom screen anyway, like halfway through the DS.
Yeah.
Okay,
which-
so Steven, give me a dumb guy's explanation of why couldn't they just put like the PS2 games, the Game Boy games, the DS games, whatever on cartridge and make 3 the cloud streaming game?
I don't.
Or what is
there's
what
not
is
a
the
good
purpose of-
reason, but I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play the role.
Okay.
there is a cartridge shortage. It would be way too expensive for something that we're trying to like do it as an experimental relationship builder for this platform. Like we haven't historically had a great success line because like the Square Enix games released on the Switch are like Crystal Chronicles and like a few others. So we don't have like a huge install base of fans on your Nintendo product. So we're going to try this. We're going to negotiate the deal with Sora as a licensed property to upsell this and get a whole bunch of people to buy on early. If this goes well, we're going to continue to do things like release our newer games on cloud platform because that's the future of gaming. So we're going to move there anyway. Maybe there's a situation where like the Switch 2 or the expansion of the Switch is more of a cloud machine. And maybe Nintendo was going to move that way anyway, and this is just kind of the first like breaks in the seam of that facade. I certainly hope not, but maybe that's kind of the conversations they were going to. So if you don't want Switch to go over to cloud gaming, don't buy these. That's my conspiracy brain going on. But I'm just assuming Square Enix didn't want to bother with trying to get the, because from what I've heard with like game developers, there is like a lot of issues with pushing content onto their cartridges. Are not like super intuitive. It's similar to the N64 cartridge issues of why people didn't want to put stuff on there at that time. Similar here. That's why things like limited run games and those like the Switch specifically, yeah, those aren't, they're not like SD cards, you know.
Right.
There's and an interesting game that I've bought is the Borderlands Bundle. It's 3 games for the Switch, and I was kind of bummed because I went and bought the physical copy because I am trying to get more physical stuff for the collection, and the cartridge is only Borderlands 1, and then it came with a download code for Borderlands 2 and 3. So I was like, why did I go and buy the cartridge for one game?
And
Bro,
that's it's a huge issue.
I can't believe I bought a fucking Switch, bro. these assholes. I can't stand this.
At least they let me download it though, and it wasn't a cloud game. Like, I mean, there's no issues with me just downloading it. I had bought a terabyte memory card, so I'm good. But
I'll say one more thing, and then I'll just leave my piece. The irony of doing this on the Switch, which is like the portable console, and you have no like I don't know what the term is. You have no ability to like connect it to your cell phone plan or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
yeah,
you
there's
can't,
no
you
internal.
can't do anything. And like one of the major, so the major complaints, I'd say there's 3 major complaints I'm seeing online. 1, the price point as compared to the other consoles at this point. 2 is the graphics, which whatever. And which actually, well, 3 is the only one that really looks dog shit, which is unfortunate. And 3 is fucking the portability aspect. Like you cannot take this game on the go. So this is just, it's super disappointing. Like I put it in the chat yesterday. Like I was literally going to buy this game. I don't even care, but this is disastrous.
Yeah, that is a good point about the whole point of it. The whole point of the Switch is to be portable, and it's not.
Yeah, and I think like the double swing on the portability argument is like, what are you going to go to the park to play Kingdom Hearts a majority of the time? No, right. But like you're playing it in your house, you could still do cloud play. But again, cloud play is really going to be like until like the 5G, like I don't even think the 5G infrastructure is going to be really super good for people getting like wireless internet and stuff like that, and the fiber lines are barely going up at this hour. The Switch is still a wirelessly like most people will be playing on a wireless connection. Like I'm probably one of like 15 people in the US that landline their Switch to an Ethernet cable, and that's what you probably would ideally need to play cloud play. So this goes back to other arguments that we've had. It's like the Switch is not set up for like a super high speed connection, and that's really required. I know they're trying to make cloud play work on mobile phones and those kind of things, and I think that's the argument that Square Enix is trying to say. It's like, oh, if you're at home, you can play on the Switch, but if you're out on the go, you'd play on your mobile gaming phone, and that's like the future, man. and I just don't see that happening. And I think this also furthers the conversation that like the Switch is a companion console to the main console, which I think is not Nintendo's goal, but the niche that they found themselves in. If you have a PS 4 or 5, or you have an Xbox One or X, you also have a Switch. So there's really no reason yet. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're late into the gaming sphere. Like if you had bought the Switch in 2017 when it came out, or 2016, I can't remember when it came out. 2017, I'm pretty sure is right. You might be really sniffing at a PS5 or Xbox Series X right now, or you might already have a PS4.
Delivering. I just say I don't agree with that thought. Like, I mean, it probably is what they're thinking, but like the price of everything, like by the time you get your Switch set up and the games and stuff, you're like $600, $700 into it. And so I just want them to come out with some good games. I don't want to have to buy another console.
Well, the Switch is coming out with good games. That's not the point of this discussion. Arceus. Well, we just we're really hamming it up for like games that apparently not all of us are aware of, as far as new Pokemon Snap, Brilliant Diamond, Legends Arceus, Paper Mario and the Origami King. Yeah. That's a great game. Like Nintendo only cares about their first party IPs. And that will be forever. That's always how it's been. If you're going to dog on Nintendo for not having games, that's not true. If you're going to dog on them for not being amicable to third-party developers, yeah. They don't care about third-party developers.
But we've been dogging on Nintendo for that for like, I don't know, 20 years now.
If not longer. Yeah, since the NES, like the NES, there's some great documentaries about Tengen and those developers of trying to like literally they made physical pieces of plastic in their NESs to prevent other companies from developing things, and like super like lock keys, like basically the predecessor to NFTs, where you had to have like a certain code in your game to like it's wild stuff. Like Nintendo has always prioritized their first party developers over third party developers.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they wouldn't open up the floodgates.
Because they don't have to. You have the best selling console. The Switch is past the Wii. And that's not really brought up enough. Remember how hyped and like how renowned the Wii is to this day? And you have a console better than that, and you're gonna worry about getting Kingdom Hearts 3 on your console? No, you're not gonna give a shit. They got what they wanted. They got Sora and Smash, and everybody bought that DLC. Like they probably made more on the DLC for Super Smash Brothers than they'll ever make on this cloud play like venture.
Fucking accurate, bro. Accurate as fuck.
Like I'm just back to Dan playing it. I did play the demo too. Like if they can't even get the demo going when there's not a lot of people playing it, I'm like so nervous that when they actually release the game and actually have people playing, it's just not going to run.
Yeah. And I played it at like 2:00 in the afternoon. Like I wasn't even like anywhere near peak time. Like it, and my internet's like, I don't know, I know Steven dogs on me, but I think my internet's pretty good. Like I can play online games with no issue, you know? So I don't know.
I mean, at the same time, like I'll run a test with like my I have optimum internet for a Switch, and it's still gonna. I fully anticipate the same amount of hiccups in running. Number one, like the Switch doesn't have the graphics processing to render out those high res images. I think that was a big reason that like Netflix took so long to get onto the Switch. Wait. I don't think Netflix is even on the Switch. Yeah, it's not even on there. Like I don't even think you can do like 4K YouTube videos on the Switch if you have it on a 4K display. It just doesn't do those things. So it's gonna have a ton of limitations on like just even rendering out a stream of an image to a television. Like it just isn't going to do that. I think it's just a mistake to do cloud play. I thought like for me as like the try hard like physical collector, cloud play is like Ragnarok coming down, and I will fight it tooth and nail to make sure that it doesn't exist because it's really a trash product. I don't stand there hard.
You've just made a believer out of me, bro, because I was and honestly, we've been having this conversation kind of like since the summer. We've been having the kind of digital physical conversation, and bro, this is not it. This is disastrous. Because I didn't even get to the whole predatory nature of the game. So the demo, when I played demos like 15 years ago, a demo is a demo is a demo. Like you play, like they make a demo level and you just play the demo. On these, you play the demo for, I don't know, call it 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and then you just can't play it anymore. Like,
Yep.
what? What are you talking? What do you mean I can't play it anymore? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then the whole time, there's this little box in the corner. Daniel, you've seen this. This little box in the corner. Like, press
Minus
these
and
buttons
plus.
to open the Nintendo eShop. Like,
Yeah.
what? It's so it just makes me so it makes me sad. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Oh man, full
And
dad mode.
But I cannot lay this money down on this game that I've wanted to play. I've been so diligent about avoiding Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers, by the way, because I'm sure they absolutely dog shit the landing on the finale, by the way, because there's no way you can make this story make sense. But like, I still have been diligent about avoiding spoilers, and now I'm like, you know what? What does it even matter? Who cares?
So I guess to kind of wrap up,
Fuck
will
Square
you
Enix.
do you think you will get them?
Absolutely.
No, you're gonna buy it. No.
I have no idea.
You're the
I have no
super
idea.
troll.
He's gonna buy it.
I have no
Oh my
idea.
God.
I might break down. Like if they drop the price, I might be able to break down and do it. But
Man.
I don't know. Yeah, but
I'm
you know what?
definitely
Some people still go to see like terrible movies that they know is gonna suck just so they can like make a review video of it.
It's like people
I don't
buying
know.
the Emo Fest tickets that are going out right now. It's like, did you not know what happened with Fire Fest? Or you're gonna buy these emo? Like, yeah, I kind of want to go there. It's like, what? You know this is gonna
Correct,
be
yeah.
terrible.
Correct. I know it's gonna be a clusterfuck, but you know, maybe I don't know.
Maybe you should just buy me a copy of the PlayStation 4 collection. And you can play it at my house, and we'll put it
Yeah,
on
why
the
don't
channel.
you just give me your PS4, bro?
No, back off my
What?
PS4, buddy. You can pick one up. They're not terribly expensive right now. Just saying. Or just get a PS5, man. Backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I've done the multi-console thing. I had GameCube, I had Xbox, I had PS2. I'm done with that, bro.
I don't know. That's
I'm
pretty
one-console.
fun.
Okay, guys.
I'm getting drunk. We better wrap it.
Yeah. Well, that is our thoughts on cloud gaming. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Funky Games. Go buy merch from shop
Funky.store. Funky.store.
FNKY. No you.
Because
And
all we
make sure you
need is you.
subscribe to the pod. Oh, still trying for that. Okay, thanks everyone.
FNKY.com.merch.
No, that's not the URL. It's funky.store. Funky.store. Don't do it. Don't let him buy.
Please.
Like and subscribe so Dan does not buy the Kingdom Hearts Cloud Play subscription for like 10 months before they close it down, and don't give him a reimbursement check or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, peace out.
Later.